chalet where I'm staying is in a quiet residential area, and the bi-turbo V8 Vantage engine is not known for its quiet starts, so I was keen to get moving quickly. As you've heard from the previous episode, I'm up early, just before sunrise, as it's International Concours Day, and I need to make it to the AMOC Hotel wash bay and get cracking on preparing the car. Hopefully the early start will avoid any queues at the car wash area. As I pulled into the hotel, all seemed very quiet. All was looking good. Morning everyone. Well, I've woken up before the sunrise, well it's just about to rise now, and I've come to the hotel from where I'm staying to prepare for Concours. Now I'm up early anyway, so it's no problem for me really. It's nearly 7 o'clock in the morning. I think the cars have got to be on the display, in the display area for 10 o'clock, so I've got 3 hours. It's not going to take me that long. And due to the really good work that Nick did when I took this to his garage for PPF on the front side seals, and all the work that he did around the detailing of the car, although it looks pretty dirty, and I'll go around the car with you in a minute, it should clean up pretty nice, pretty quick. So let's have a look around the car. So yeah, to do a bit of a before and after, it is filthy, which is no surprise because the weather's been pretty bad. Although on camera it doesn't look too bad. Rest assured, it's pretty dirty. So yeah, we'll get the high pressure washer, start working, and we'll get this car looking good. an update. I've just finished washing it inside and out, but I'll go over it again once it's parked. I've just come in front of the hotel, the main Aston Martin Owners Club hotel, just to get a few shots and maybe a thumbnail. I haven't decided what the thumbnail is yet. But now I'm going to drive down to assume my parking space. Before I do that, I need my display pass. Just remembered. So let's get that. Look at the state of my boot. I do have to sort this out. I've got cameras that I've taken off for Concours. Right. So there it is. That has to go on the front windscreen. So let's put that in there. But yeah, look at these surroundings. What an amazing place. I've taken all the cameras off the car because of Concours, so I haven't got my dash cam. But I will try and hold this at the same time as we go crawl down. Put that in the window, put it in drive, put that down for a bit. Right, let's cruise down to where I need to be. Aston Martins everywhere. If you like Aston Martins, this is heaven. The surroundings, the cars. So let's go and have a look. I have no idea how many people are in Concours. I haven't had a chance to check any of that out, but look at the mountains here. They seem to go on forever. There's another Vantage. Very nice too. Car's coming out the garage. So that's where I prepped my car this morning, as you would have seen. I'm gonna peruse on down. So this hotel has its own sort of racetrack that I have not seen yet. Wow. Morning. There's quite a display already. Let's go and park up. See where I'm parking up. Hello.
For the display or the concourse?
Concours.
Okay, you can drive here at the left-hand side inside.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
As I assumed my Concours position with the morning sun glinting off the bodywork, I took a moment to stand back and breathe it all in. Around me, one by one, these remarkable machines, each a story of passion and craftsmanship, began to take their places. As I gave the Vantage its final polish, I couldn't help but feel the weight of the moment. The mountains stood watch, the air was still, and in that light, everything seemed to come alive. I realised I may never witness a scene quite like this again, a gathering of beauty, dedication and friendship, all framed by the heart of the Austrian Alps. So I wanted to capture it. Not just for myself, but to share it with you, a glimpse of what it truly means to fuel the passion. Okay, I've just come away from my car. I've done as much prep as I can for the Concours, but pretty much every car that's in Concours is their owners are prepping the cars. But I've had to come away and do some filming and get the drone up. And I've got some amazing shots, which you're no doubt seeing on the screen at the moment. But yeah, what a venue. It's an incredible venue. With the mountains surrounding this sort of miniature circuit, we've got all the Concours cars here and display cars, and then all the owners' cars further down, as you can see on the footage. And there are some amazing cars. I mean, there's a number of cars that I'm going to point out, and we're going to have a look around in more detail. But do you remember the VMF 63, 64, 65? VMF 65 I featured on another video. VMF 63, the original number plate is in the Aston Martin Heritage Museum. But for the first time, VMF 64's here. We've seen nearly the full trio. We haven't seen VMF 63. In fact, I don't actually know what's happened to VMF 63. I must ask somebody that may know. But VMF 64 is here, which is great. And there's a few other very special cars here. So yeah, Concours, have I done enough? Who knows? But for me, it's all about the taking part. The fact that I've driven in atrocious weather, hundreds of miles to get here, the day yesterday that didn't go according to plan, because my friend's Vanquish didn't start. But we're here, and we're in these lovely surroundings. I've washed the car this morning. Let's see what happens. And over here on the other side of the track, there's two lines of various Aston Martins. So we're going to have a look at those. Some very special cars here. So let's go and take a look around. Well, you've heard me talk about the trio of very special DB2s, and here we have one of them, VMF64. I'm so pleased to see this car here. You may have seen my video covering Yorkshire Elegance, which took place earlier this year, where I was thrilled to see this car's sister, VMF65. This car has never been restored and has some very prominent history. We saw this on the 65 car, these rear screens over the number plate here. In the early 1950s, Aston Martin was experimenting heavily with ways to reduce drag on their Le Mans cars. Even small protrusions like number plates could disturb airflow. By recessing the plate and covering it with a flush perspex screen, the bodywork remained smoother. This was especially useful on the long Mulsanne straight, where even minor drag reduction improved top speed and fuel economy. VMF64 is widely regarded as the star of the trio, the car that truly proved the DB2's competitiveness and helped establish Aston Martin's post-war racing credibility. The VMF cars were powered by hand-built 2.6 litre straight-six engines, producing around 125 horsepower and capable of reaching around 120 miles per hour. And there's my lovely car looking at me from a distance. So we move from one significant car to another. This is a stunning DB3S and was delivered to its first owner, Joe Lubin, in California, USA, in March 1956. This amazing car raced under Lubin's ownership and is painted in the distinctive American racing colours of white with two blue stripes. It's an exceptional original example and retains the original body, chassis and period engine. It's had 6 owners in its near 70-year existence and extensive history. Lubin campaigned the car extensively across the United States during the late 1950s. Debuting at Bakersfield and later appearing in Pomona, Bridgehampton and Paramount Ranch. Among its successes was victory in the 6-hour endurance race at Cotati in 1957. Lubin owned and raced the car for nearly a decade before selling it in the 1960s, after which it passed through several collectors and remains a significant example of Aston Martin's post-war racing heritage. As you can see, they're really busy preparing the car, but we'll go back to find out a bit more about that special car later on. Now I just want to show you a couple of the cars that are down here, the ones that are not in the Concours. drawn to this purple coloured DB5 over here. There are so many stunning cars here. I could spend all day showing you so many of them, so it's hard to choose which ones to talk about. But I'm drawn to this one, a 1965 DB5. By the way it looks, just the wear and tear alone, looks completely original. Just look at this lineup down that row of cars. Interestingly, this badge says Automobile Club Madagascar, and here we have the Aston Martin Heritage Trust badge. Let's take a look inside. It all looks completely original in here too. Such a lovely dash with all these dials and that distinctive badge in the centre of the steering wheel. And although they have the year 2023 on them, it's nice to see the fold-out maps in the door pockets over there. The leather all worn, naturally creased by the no doubt numerous occupants that have travelled in here. And this one has this retractable roof so you can enjoy the sunshine. It's just lovely to see the variety of models here. This DB5 seems to have all the originality as it was when it rolled off the production line in the 1960s, but just with 60 years worth of wear. There's so much to look at here, as you can see, but I've just come over to take a look at these two lines of Aston Martins that have been lined up on this racetrack. What a shot. Let me show you. I think these may all be Aston Martin Owners Club members from Germany along here. I'm saying that because I've noticed that most of the cars along here are bearing German number plates. Let's have a quick walk down. This white Vantage has a distinctive comic marker type wrap on it. And it has this bright red leather interior with this big wing on the back. Just passing a lovely DB12 Volante, and here we have a lovely two-tone brown Aston Martin V8. This model probably from the 1970s. It's unusual to see these two shades of paint colour, but it looks very nice sparkling in this lovely sunshine. Here we have a green Vanquish Volante. Don't know whether the camera can pick this out, but sparkles in the sunlight. Passing another DB12 Volante. Lots of convertibles along this lineup. A lovely blue DB7 Volante. Oops, that chap nearly tripped over there. Here we have a lovely blue Vanquish S, but this is an Ultimate. You can see the Ultimate badge here on the side. The Ultimate models, of which they only made 175, so this is a rare model, served as the final send-off for the Vanquish and the naturally aspirated V12 era for Aston Martin. This era of Vanquish have a lovely front face, this one sporting the white decals on the front splitter here. Now these have a 6 litre V12 which produced around 592 brake horsepower. Inside we've got black leather interior, and around the back here you'll see these lovely large quad exhausts. Now that looks pretty good, doesn't it? And the sound of these are incredible. And the lineup goes on and on along here, from the more historic models to the bang up to date ones. They all look amazing here, parked on this unique track by this amazing Austrian mountain backdrop. It's quite a spectacle. Now this road surface in the middle here is very shiny, and this is to test things like aquaplaning. I can imagine this being immensely slippery when wet. Just look at these panoramic view of these mountains which surround this track and the hotel. And how lucky are we with this weather? No signs of rain that was forecast for part of today. Incidentally, this whole circuit is used by the OAMTC, which basically stands for the Austrian Automobile, Motorcycle and Touring Club, which is similar to the AA that we have in the United Kingdom. Just walking back to the main area. I must find out what time they start judging the cars. And I wanted to show you this. Look at this. The road goes up at quite an angle. You probably can't tell how steep it is. But let's go and have a look at the top. I tell you, it is steep. It is very steep. That's how steep it is. This steep hump is a training feature of the driving centre here. It's used to test vehicle control over crests and gradients. Sorry about the wind. It does provide quite a good view of all the cars over in the main area. Yeah, it's very steep. Bit out of breath there. It's a great vantage point to get a photo. Okay, so as I wait for the judging to commence, a few highlights for what's coming up in the final episode.
You've been asked to be here when we're doing it.
Okay, so the judges are now looking at my car.